SPhoenix clap. Crow clap. Eevee clap. The clap did not come across on the audio. Could you try that again, but a little bit louder?
Hold up. Put my hands closer to the mic. Did you hear that?
We couldn't hear the clap either. It's probably the Discord audio cancelling.
Hold up.
Oh, I heard a single noise. I heard a single sound.
It's working on audio city just fine.
Yeah?
Alright, do you have, like, in your settings, because Discord has that little thing where, like, you know, the, what was it?
You know, I think we'll be fine. I think
the noise suppression. Do you have that on,
yeah,
like,
keep your audio all the same. I think I will be able to get it from that. And also because I've decided that the recording has already started, and the video started with your failed clap. So hi guys, I'm one of the phonies. I'm joined today by Eeveecrazy and Crow. My two associates, Fuzz and Misk, they're busy, so you know.
Sure, they've been obliterated.
We killed them.
Me and the Crow kind of assassinated them so we could be here.
No. So what we did was we got into the giant truck that I used to drive around Europe, and we ran them over.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
That's what we did. So I'm sorry, they're dead. I don't make the rules. I just follow them. You know. So how have you guys been?
Pretty chillish. I haven't really done much of anything.
Yeah.
Just
actually, no, I have. I'm lying.
Oh, what have you been doing?
Art stuff, finally, because
yeah.
I'm no longer burnt the fuck out.
Yeah.
And I have just been stressed a little bit.
Holding back the urge to say skill issue. What's been stressing you out?
Life.
I get it.
Same here.
Same here, bestie. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because okay, can I go on a little tangent?
Yeah. What about?
Okay. So there's this alternative program in my school system that I'm going to. It's supposed to help with like college credit and whatnot. And like at first I was like, ooh, this is cool, but then like slowly but surely it started draining my ability to do absolutely anything.
Yeah.
Because I'd come home utterly exhausted, and so I kind of hadn't been doing the things that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And like, you know, my counselor was like, we can get you out, we can take that back door I told you about, and yada yada hippity hop, and I talked with my parents about it. So I'm getting out of that, just an FYI. And like I've noticed that like this week I didn't go over there because sickness, therapy getting in the way, and you know, all that good stuff that makes it so I have valid excuses to not go.
Yeah.
And so you know, I noticed that like this entire week I was able to do a whole shit ton of art. All right, my creativity came back like a sucker punch to the face. So nice.
Yeah, no, I finished my second symphony. I'm sure you guys
saw. I saw you let the little announcement in your like thingy-mabobber.
Yeah.
They haven't been, but me myself, I haven't been able to do art stuff for a while because all of our art things are in a shed outside, blocked by a shit ton of bramble.
Did you leave your line art out there in the shed with the rest of it?
Well, let's see. We left our clay, our wiring, our paper mache, our chicken wire, just about everything we need to do art.
Damn. You left your outline. I'm sorry to tell you this. You should probably go and retrieve it. It's not very good.
You just let that sit out there to dry, like you make your art and then you just set it out there and be like, there we go.
You put your line art in the washing machine and you left it in the dryer.
Yeah, I kind of grew out of my older line art. I kind of need to make a new one.
You need a new line art, yeah. You had a growth spurt.
I had a very big growth spurt.
Yeah, you've gone from being 2 inches tall to 3.
Yeah, it's a very, very big difference.
Oh my god! I mean, to be fair, that's a 50% increase.
It's actually a 25% increase.
No, from 2 inches to 3 inches.
I don't think my brain is braining.
What's 50% of 2?
50% of 2 would be 1.
Yeah, and what's 2 plus 1?
3.
Congratulations.
My brain isn't braining.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Don't worry. You're 3 inches tall. Crow, how tall are you?
Wait, what?
No, so Evie is 3 inches tall. How tall are you, Crow?
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
asking about my fanon height.
Yeah. Duh.
Damn, okay, that sort of changes with the day, because I don't know what Sona I'm using on the daily. Well, I mean, I'm Papyrus right now.
You are Papyrus. I guess
I
you're
guess
not a crow or a mutt
I'm
right
just-
now. You're just a full, like, 7-foot tall skeleton at the moment.
Nah, I'm like, I don't know, like 5'9". I'm gonna use my real height. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Maybe 5'10". I've had a few growth spurts.
Crow
Surprisingly.
Crow height like reveal live on the podcast.
Crow height reveal.
Not that's what the title is. Crow reveals
Crow height
this
reveal.
fact.
Stay
Brackets
tuned,
not
folks.
clickbait.
Stay
Damn,
tuned.
why is
folks.
everyone so tall? I'm only 5'6" or 5'7". It's one of the two.
Title of the episode. Crow said what? Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, brackets, not clickbait. And we have like a thumbnail, and it's just like one of Crow's sonas with a big red circle over it, a bunch of like exclamation mark, question marks, and arrows.
Then just has that one Mr. Beast like pointing.
Oh my god! No, I'll probably choose a different title and thumbnail for that,
Oh my
because
God.
you can get so easily struck for clickbait.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I'm multitasking here. Okay.
Yes. What are you doing?
Okay,
Tell us all of the details.
I'm looking at Toy House codes for like profiles and whatnot, because I had one of like the people in a server I'm in. They posted 2 pictures of like little character designs they made. They're UFOs. UFOs. What was that meaning? I'm still trying to learn the whole terminology.
No clue.
It's, I don't know.
Unidentified
like,
flying objects.
Whatever.
That's why you. The UFOs, because that's why you're going woo, like the sci-fi synth thing.
Toy House.
Googling mid-recording.
Proceed here, just.
I mean, to be fair.
Okay, open for offers. Up for offers.
Up for offers, got it.
So they had up for offer characters adopts, and I was like, oh, look, they're so cool. I complimented one of them in specific. Let me grab the image actually, because I fell in love.
Yeah, I can fly that up. I'll fly it up now, so the audience will see it before we do. Actually, I should have led that for later. I learnt about adopts like a while ago, because my one of the artists who's done stuff for my channel, Mossy Tanuki, had one. Oh my god, that's adorable.
It's so pink and cute. So I love it.
Oh my god, yeah.
And so I was like, oh my goodness, I love this. Oh my goodness. And like, you know, they were like, oh, do you want it? They're up for adopt. And I'm like, yes. So I DM'd them and we chatted for a bit, and they were like, you know, I'm like, you can make art of them and send it to me, and then you can get them, or we can trade characters. And so I had this Papyrus OC, because that's the thing. That's a Sans OC, Papyrus OC. Papyrus needs more love. I'm gonna put it out here. Papyrus needs more love. Repost of your Papyrus enjoyer.
I sure do love the font Papyrus.
Yeah, anyway.
Gotta be my favorite typeface.
Anyway, so, you know, I had this Papyrus OC sort of just sitting in the background, and I hadn't been using him, like, at all. He was just sitting there rotting in the background, and I felt bad. So I was like, do you take papyri? and they were like, yeah, sure, let me see. And so, you know, I sent them the first image. The second image is just there because
Yeah.
I want to show off. But that's the character. His name is Chains. He's so silly. I love him.
Aw. Yeah, I don't think I've properly made an OC for a while, other than designing this VTuber model with you, Crow. This is my stunning endorsement for Crow. Crow didn't make the model, but Crow helped me design it, and oh my god, I love it so much. It's got to be like my favorite thing.
Yeah, but I showed them this, and they're like, "Oh my god, he's so cute! I'd be willing to trade." And so we traded these characters.
Yeah.
You know, little pass around.
Yeah.
And I got they were like, "Do you have a toy house?" Because the pink character, what was your name?
The name of the pink character.
Fucking hell, characters. Their name was Cupid.
Cupid.
All right, so the pink dude, his name was Cupid.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Do you have a toy house?" And I was like, "Yeah, I believe I do." And I had a toy house that I hadn't touched at all. I got one of the codes, the invite codes from someone.
Yeah.
And kind of just, oh well, I hadn't been using it before. And so afterwards, after I got the little character, we traded it. It was super fucking easy. Holy crap. They just sent me a notification just like, "They wants to give this character to you." And I was like, "Yay." So now, you know, I was like, maybe I should start getting into Toy House and start uploading characters onto there. And I watched a video, and there's all these HTML kind of things that you can, like, oh my goodness, it's so fucking cool. Like, I'm specifically having to look for HTML like codes and whatnot because they have CSS, but CSS is only for people who pay them, premium users.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of not wanting
By
to.
like HTML, you mean like website maker thing?
And like CSS
I
is also
haven't done
website
that
shit.
I haven't done that in years. I haven't made a website since like computer science class back in like fucking year 5 or something. I don't know. Not year 5, year 9, year 8.
And so I've just been scrolling through like Toy House has a little browse option where you can go down to search, and then it has certain things that you can like sort with. So I have like HTML/CSS like check mark, and then like favorites of all time because that just shows you all the ones people like, and I've just been going.
That's pretty cool. I recently every once in a while. This is so completely unrelated. Oh, crack open a cold one.
I was trying to be quiet.
Soda.
Crack. It just said. No, in the last episode, what happened was because it was the try not to laugh episode. I didn't have my camera visible, but basically throughout that entire episode, I kept on pouring myself new drinks, and only like Fars and Misk would see it. And I kept on opening like big bags of crisps and everything like that. It's like, no, sorry, I need a snack, and I just put them down and then open another one.
Oh my god.
No,
Look, I'm dying.
I wouldn't recommend watching the episode all the way through. It was a very intense episode. We went a little bit far for all of our jokes. It's definitely a viewer discretion is advised episode. But I say that.
That's literally average Tuesday of the people I spend my time with.
I say that because I've got a big bag of chocolates here on my desk. Oh, crinkle.
Crunkty, and the chocolate is on my desk.
It was given to me by my aunt, my auntie, right? And every single time that I like receive chocolates from my auntie, I'm like, oh yeah, no, I have aunts and uncles. That's a bit weird, and I'm just like, I don't like her. She's not a good person, but she gives me chocolates. She's very passive aggressive.
Hey, free food is free food.
I mean, she knows that I love white chocolates, and she gives me white chocolate, so I don't have anything else to complain about. But no, she's very passive aggressive. At my mother's funeral, after the funeral, she spoke to me and she was like, "Oh yeah, now you live alone and stuff, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Yeah, no,
Oh
I've been
God.
cleaning up the house, I've been cooking for myself and stuff." And then she said, "Yeah, when does that start?" As if I didn't just say that I'd already started, as if she's just calling me lazy, whilst
Jeez.
after I've lost my mother.
Oh dear lordy,
Mm-hmm.
silly G.
Yeah. So
I would have been so tempted to punch her.
Oh
Oh, dear.
yeah, no, I couldn't though. My entire family was there. My entire extended family, and also just like family friends, everyone was there, so I couldn't do anything. I just said,
Okay.
"No, it's already started," and smiled at her. But yeah, no, family can, at least for me, family sometimes sometimes you have a couple of family members that you're just not a very big fan of.
Yeah, I completely like understand that. I see that. There are times where you like, oh yeah, family, let's go. But like there's some people you just have to sit by and be like, how am I related to them?
For
Yeah.
How
me,
do I
that's
share a bloodline with these people?
just simply my cousin because she thinks she owns fucking everything. And I end
Oh
up having to remind her of what the world truly is.
man, I
The next thing you know,
rarely.
my grandparents are fucking nagging me. Because
Mhm.
I tried to defend myself. This was
Hey,
years ago as well.
I don't have
This
to.
has gone on for years.
I personally don't have to worry about nagging grandparents or parents.
Mhm.
Sorry, that's the point where I just pull up the dum 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 da 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 music, just like her parents are dead.
Oh shit. Uh,
Just random people
anyway.
that don't have context and that just pops up going, that's sudden.
Uh,
I've been editing. I started editing the video of me climbing up that really tall digital mountain.
The one that you broke your ankle.
Yeah, oh yeah, constantly
That
breaking
one.
my glankles. Like the
Your
body of the
grankles.
main the body of the main character is like made entirely of rubber. It's like you fall and you just go like on the floor. and
You
and
just wake up on the floor, go like, how the fuck did I get here?
if you fall from too high up, you just crumple down in on yourself, and then you start standing up midair, and it's like, what the fuck is happening? um,
To be fair, it's possible to survive falling from a height. From any height.
yeah,
Because obviously we have terminal velocity.
we
Velocity.
have terminal philosophy. Yes, 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 yes. What is the end point of no? We have a terminal velocity, but it's mostly about what we land on, right?
And it's
Um,
how it's if you spread out your body weight, so it's more of like a parachute to slow your fall.
yeah, but you wouldn't be able to you wouldn't be able to survive if you did that and landed on concrete.
oh,
You
Yeah, you
would
probably could with a few dozen broken bones.
no, you wouldn't be able to. I know the physics of it. It's not possible.
I was about to say, how the fuck did you test this? I'm
that
Um,
concerned.
reminds me
you
of
might yeah.
okay, so my little sister, she watches crap, like literally crap. Anyway, she was watching these people talk about like the worst injury they ever had to experience, and you talking like something about what you guys were talking about because I started spacing out. Sorry.
It's all right.
And something about what you're talking about, it was just like, oh, I remember this one girl telling a story of like her friend had a trampoline and like a shack
Mm-hmm.
in like it was a little place, and the trampoline was right by the river. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, and so the girl thought it was a good idea to climb up onto that shed, jump down into the
Oh.
trampoline, and do like a cool trick. So
Mm.
she got onto the shed, ran forward, misstepped her jump, fell down, and
Oh.
scorpioned herself on the
Oh
trampoline.
God.
But that's not the end of it.
Oh
She
no.
pointed off into the river.
Oh.
And the thing is, that makes it even fucking worse, is that the river had barnacles at the
Oh
bottom. And she
no.
couldn't swim out. She had to walk
Oh
out.
no. Oh
And And this all happened when she was like before she got into the double digits, because all
Yeah.
these stories were like from when they were just wee lads, because of course you're stupid when you're that age.
Yeah, no, I was once at a lake and I was like exploring some of like the natural growth around, right? And so I walked out into this really long grassy area with like trees around. And I took a step forward and the dirt just ended where I took a step forward. And it just was like a straight drop about like probably like 8 feet onto a bunch of sharp rocks. I bashed my head on one, just gushing with blood out of my forehead.
Oh lordy gee.
Yeah, no, that was. I still have the scar to this day. It's just very faint. It's almost where the Harry Potter scar would be, which was a nightmare. I didn't like the fact that it was there.
Oh goodness.
You are a wizard, Harry.
You're a Hizzard
I
Wary.
find it.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You're a Hizzard Wary. You're a Hizzard Wary. Okay.
Harry.
You're a wizard,
Wary.
Harry.
You're a Hizzard Wary.
Harry.
You're a wizard, Harry. I'm a what?
Hmm.
You're a wizard. Anyways.
You're a fucking wizard, you twat.
So, right. Going back to the conversation about terminal velocity. I will say, if you are falling from a really high height and you're about to go into water, don't spread out your body weight. Do not parachute it. Do not parachute it.
Basically be projectiling yourself on concrete.
You do the full dive, point your fingers and pray and pray.
Pray
Just
you
like
go
to
get
any
eaten.
god that is actually real. Save my fucking life.
The one time that I've ever prayed, was when I was like, I must have been like 9 or 10 or something. I think I was 9, and I think that I was 9 because actually no, I don't, I was probably around 9 or older. And I know this because Five Nights at Freddy's recently came out. And it was my first special interest. Five Nights at Freddy's, my first like hyperfixation. I didn't even know what a hyperfixation or special interest was at the time. And I was having such a difficult time sleeping because I just kept on like closing my eyes and getting jump scared. Because they would just come at me from behind my eyes, and I straight up prayed to God, and I was like, "Yo, God, if you're real, prove it to me in this moment by removing my nightmares, and I will always believe in you for the rest of my life." And it didn't work. So God's not real, guys. Sorry, I've got proof.
The last time I prayed was
Thank goodness I'm
probably
agnostic.
the last time I prayed was probably when I was like 10, 12-ish.
Yeah.
But that's literally just because I went to a religious school.
Yeah, fair enough.
I
Go for it.
was never really religious. Like, yeah, my mother brought me to like a church when I was really young before like COVID hit. But like we stopped going there, and I guess it's just like I never really remember anything about it.
Yeah.
Though that church that I used to go to, I went to it yesterday.
Oh. How was it?
Because actually, like, I was anxious as all hell. My selective mutism, which is a misleading name,
yeah,
triggered, and I was unable to really speak throughout like any of it.
Yeah.
But it was nice to sort of sit there because it's a very liberal like place. You know, they were talking about the current place, and they were adamant about like, you know, making sure that churches stay a safe place for like immigrant people because bullshit going on over in America.
That actually reminds me of something.
So yeah.
So
yeah, you gonna speak? You gonna speak? Huh? Yeah?
So,
you wanna speak? Yeah? So, silence for so long.
My brain
Speak
was
now!
Please.
brain crashed. I blue screen.
You wanna take some time to think about it?
Yeah.
I had a really weird experience when I was younger, because I briefly went to a school in America, to a middle school, for like a month at a time, because I used to go on holiday there every year. We used to go to our holiday home in America, which I have sold because it was in Florida and it was hurricane season, and also Florida went so downhill politically. But I think the weirdest thing is the fact that America is just straight up a cult. Like every morning, you say you pledge your allegiance to the flag, and they never tell you
Oh
that you don't have to.
my
And
God.
I'm just like, what the? Okay, we got to stand up. We got to
Oh,
put our hand to our chest and say this weird thing. I've got to memorize it because okay, fine. So I learned it over time. So every morning I try my best every time and just I pledge allegiance to the flag
oh
of the United States of America
my
and
God, oh my
to the
God.
republic for which it stands, one
My friend, one of my
nation,
friends,
under
my
God,
friend literally tweeted that out.
indivisible,
Oh my
with
God.
liberty and justice for all.
You spoke of that, and one of my old friends, we're no longer friends because
Yeah.
they were friends with people who sort of weren't peachy with me and like yippee yay.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but like one of my friends, they were like, "Oh yeah, I don't do the pledge because it seems kind of culty."
Yeah, it
What?
is a
And
cult.
so that's when I myself stopped doing the pledge. And also, I'm very thankful. The school that I go to now, we don't have to do the pledge.
Ooh,
So
that's
I'm not
good.
here sitting in my classroom. Like at my old school, I'd be sitting there, not doing the pledge,
Mm-hmm.
or like just stand up because everyone else was doing it. I was just like, I'm not actually doing the pledge. I'm literally just standing here.
And also, I feel like half the people in America don't understand what that pledge means because
Yeah.
considering the way the politics have gone, and the end of the pledge goes with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, that's complete and utter fucking bullshit.
It is. It is. I feel like Trump needs to go back to school to do the Pledge of Allegiance and just think
But
about it.
That actually reminds me,
Though
because
to
I
be
remember
fair,
seeing something on the news
yeah,
with America. Elon Musk's kid said to Trump, "You shouldn't be fucking president."
yeah, yeah. I
I don't think you
will
fucking president. I'm like, what the
I will
fuck? You're a
say
child.
I
How do you
think
know foul language?
I mean it's Elon Musk's child. To be fair,
There.
I think that child that any of Elon Musk's children have gone through a lot, and
Yeah, you know, like my favorite, like my favorite kid of his is 1-B.
what?
Though I'm pretty sure that those aren't legal names. I think that it is in part the fact that they're not the legal names, and it's just names that are given like online to protect their real identity or something like that. I don't know. Um, it's weird. Um,
Oh.
yeah, no,
I'm sorry, but
America's fucked.
B-2, that's a crazy like
B-2.
your child. Oh yeah, hi B-2. How's your day?
Oh
How
god.
did school go today?
You
You
wanna?
made any new
I
friends?
actually said this joke to I actually said this to family members.
Yeah.
Like when you meet one of his kids, you just say, "Hey, what's up? ID number 24554-B."
Hey, yo, what's good, convict 112308? Bro, I swear to God, those children, they're being raised by the worst manner possible. You want to know
They're not being raised by him at all, and
you
they're
want to
just being
know
raised by
how
nannies.
bad of a parent Elon Musk probably is? He has an anonymous 4chan account.
Oh
And
dear
on this
fucking
anonymous
lord.
4chan
Throw
account,
the entire man out. Get him out of here.
yeah,
Throw him
on
out of
this
the
anonymous
goddamn
4chan
universe.
account, he praises himself. The reason that we know that it's his is because he took a screenshot on Twitter and posted it to that account, and the screenshot proved that the dude making the post had full
He's so
admin
stupid.
privileges over the entirety of Twitter.
He's so stupid.
And one of his posts was something on the lines of Elon Musk is probably an amazing father, and his children are so lucky to have him.
Holy fucking Christ. I'm gonna
Fucking cat.
actually like ah
Yep. No, he's done this several times. He's got several alt accounts on several social medias.
someone just
Yeah.
throw
That's
the
just
whole man
sad.
away.
He's a
Throw the
failed
whole get him out of
experiment.
this universe. There is a universe out there where he does not exist, and I swear to God, I'm going to shift into that universe.
It's like Elon Musk. He has started companies that are good, but not because he started them. They're not good because he started them. They're good because the people who work for him know how to deal with him.
And the second he gets something that he can do whatever he wants with, aka Twitter,
Yeah.
that just falls.
Yeah, no, it just completely dies. Like, SpaceX works because it's a huge community in, like, the workers on managing Elon Musk from below. Where they're like, no, sorry, baby wants his bottle. Okay, here, baby can have his bottle. Baby cannot have the rattle toy. No, baby no have rattle toy. Here, pacifier.
We cannot have nuclear waste.
Okay.
Nuclear waste.
What was it? What was the game? But basically, Elon Musk has a bunch of like people play a game for him and then he did a stream where he played the game and acted like he knew it, but he was fucking up such basic ass things.
No,
it was like
so the first thing in the game that you learn about how to use is like the map and the warp points and stuff, or something like that. And he didn't know how to use them. And the different sections of like the inventory or whatever, one of them was named Elon's stuff, as if everything else isn't Elon's stuff.
They're like, here you go, Elon. Go play. We're gonna keep all of our good shit away from your grabby hands.
Yeah. Like, at least when Mr. Beast was doing it, he was like, oh yeah, no, I have a team of people who play when I'm not able to play this game. And they...
That's the only thing I will be like, okie dokie about Mr. Beast, is that, there's that.
Oh
but,
yeah,
like,
no,
Mr.
Beast
he's a man and a half, you know?
I used to purely only watch Mr. Beast as a drinking game. The game was take a shot every single time that he mentions money, or every single time that you cringe.
Oh, well, that must have been like somewhere in the hundreds.
Yeah, pretty much. But
I...
yeah, after the whole leaking of that Telegram thing, and the FBI getting involved, I'm like, no, I don't even fuck with him, like, ironically anymore.
I remember when my dad was like, oh my god, Mr. Beast, he's like cool dude, like holy crud, and I'm just sitting there, and that was around the time I started hearing all the bullshit about him, and I was just like,
Does your dad know?
I don't know, but I feel like that it was a while ago.
Fair.
And he was like, he gives this money out for free, and like he was talking about the whole blind thing where like
yeah.
Mr. Beast helped cure blind people when he actually didn't. He was just healing cataracts.
Oh yeah, no. That would, I mean, that it was made kind of clear in the video that it wasn't like completely blind, it was legally blind, but it was still the clickbait of it all that really nobody who actually, anyone who doesn't actually watch the videos doesn't know.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I ever heard an old person saying something good about Mr. Beast, I feel like I would be like legally obligated to let them know that he's a pedophile.
Oh yeah, and like an illegal gambler.
Yep, illegal gambler, fucking crypto scam dude. Like his crypto
We love
portfolio.
you, Rosanna Pansino, and you like dumping all this shit onto the floor. She's my favorite baker.
Oh yeah, no, Rosanna Pansino. I used to watch a lot of Rosanna Pansino back when I used to watch a lot of Game Theory.
I remember watching her like things, like her collabs with like Markiplier.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She's the real one.
Oh, she's so cool.
And she was the one who like made the whole mold thing in Lunchly like all the more like bumped up. Cause I remember in the video she's just like, okay, time to open this up. Pause. There's mold. Like that poor woman.
The Lunchly being moldy and having lead in it.
Man.
So did Prime for a while as well.
Yeah, I think I'm just happy with my Lunchables, thank you very much.
I think I'm fine with I guess just home cooking meals.
Yeah, home cooking meals are much better than Lunchables, but if I had to pick between Lunchly or Lunchables, the Lunchables would be first.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think I'd pick either, to be fair. I'd choose Lunchable if I was like held at gunpoint, choose one, Lunchly or Lunchables. I'd choose
wait,
Lunchables.
hold up. Hey, Lunchables or Lunchly now?
Lunchables.
Good. You're good. You're not gonna die.
Oh god,
Um,
I watched an episode of I didn't watch an episode. I watched a video that had clips from an episode of
Epitode.
of Logan Paul's podcast, right?
Oh God.
Had clips from an episode, and basically the entire episode it was Logan Paul, Mr. Beast, and KSI speaking to each other, right? And
Mm.
the entire episode was so dull. It was like they had never spoken before. It was like they didn't actually. They weren't. It's like they weren't friends with each other. It's like they were just there legally obligated, and they hated each other.
Oh my God.
Like the entire
They
thing was
they are
them.
businessmen at heart. There's
Yeah.
no friendship. There's
Oh,
only money,
yeah.
money, cash.
No, they are not friends. The entire thing, was pretty much just them like trying to insult each other and trying to like get one up on each other to prove
They're
their
being
like
dicks to each
alpha
other.
superiority or whatever. Like I'm the better businessman.
Jesus Christ.
They and
Whole alpha.
yeah.
The whole alpha thing. Whenever they mention it, I was in the trenches as a wee lad. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Still am. I still am.
Yeah.
I just know what to sort of walk around.
Yeah.
But when I hear the whole alpha thing, all I can think about is just like, there's certain fanfic manga thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just like, yeah.
No, it's the fact that saying like alpha and beta males, saying all that kind of stuff, it comes from an outdated animal theory in the first place, really.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's not outdated animal theories. It's just they want to go by Greek alphabets.
Yeah, no, it's still outdated though. Like sure, there are
Yeah.
structures of hierarchy in certain groups of
Oh, yes.
animals, but it's
Well,
I
not.
tried telling my dad
like
that.
humans.
Yeah.
Like us humans.
I tried telling my father, oh, wolf packs, they don't have betas and omega, like all that jazz. There's no hierarchy in like
Mhm.
dog culture.
Yeah.
They're literally just beings that are existing. Like, yeah, there's a hierarchy, but it's mostly mom and dad at the top and all their babies at the bottom.
You wanna
That's the
know
only, like,
you wanna know where there is an alpha and beta hierarchy and stuff?
Meh.
Apes.
Yeah.
But it's still technically not alpha and beta. It's still just like a hierarchy, and there's like it's alpha, beta, and all that kind of stuff doesn't exist. It never existed in the first place. And the only reason that it got disproven was because instead of getting male researchers to do the research, they invited female researchers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta get the woman in there. All right.
Yeah, no, there was a
I
period
will
of
tell
time.
this now.
There was a period
I will tell this now. America needs a mother. Okay,
Mhm,
we've
yeah.
had so many deadbeat fathers in charge. It just you're so close to getting a mother to deal with this bullshit. Even if she wasn't the greatest, I would have taken her because it was a lesser of two evils.
This country
Ish.
needs Kamala Harris.
Kamala
Kamami Harris.
Though I did hear a bunch of stuff about her
Yeah.
and whatnot, and so it's just like, but at the same time,
I mean,
she's not a convicted felon.
I mean, it's just at this point we just need to be able to find a way. That's it.
Do you know the way? Ugandan
Damn.
Knuckles was onto something.
Damn, I recently saw a video that was
Do you know the way?
I
Do you know the way?
I saw a video that was Ugandan Knuckles fucking it was like a 100% serious Ugandan Knuckles nostalgia based content.
Oh.
And it was like it was a monologue of a Ugandan Knuckles stood there and he's like, my brothers have all died. We will never know how to find a way. But perhaps they have found a way. And perhaps I will join them in the way very soon. Or whatever. And it genuinely almost made me cry.
That's a
Ugandan
nice way to
Knuckles.
bring
He
Ugandan
was a
Knuckles to
real
an
one,
end.
okay?
Ah,
A real one.
that was pretty funny. I just remember that it was just like overflowing, so it was too much for me because I had a whole issues in school when it happened. I was gonna say, for a while, people thought that there were alpha beta hierarchies in Dia, right? But it was discovered that Dias don't have alpha beta hierarchies because a group of female researchers joined in, and they instead of looking at what the Dia did and deciding, oh, this is the Dia that is in charge that decides where the whole group goes, they realized that the direction that the Dias go is based around one person, one Dia who looks at all the other Dias and which directions that they are facing, and basically counts them up and figures out which one has more voting for it, and they head in that way. So it's a democracy.
Wow.
Yeah.
We
Dias
love
have
ourselves
democracy.
a democracy.
Democracy. Democracy, my fine darling.
Yeah.
It has been years since I embarked to go on the war. That was stupid.
Dylan, what do you birth have like Burmocracy?
It's something Mrs. Mocracy, you know, dear Mocracy, dear Mrs. Mocracy. I'm writing to inform you. Okay. There's been a while where I can't remember it, but I remember that like all the way back in middle school, one of my teachers made a joke where he taught us like a language concept that starts with miss and then ended with something by referring to it as a fictional character called Miss that thing. But I don't remember it. And it's plagued my mind for so long. Because
Stranger Rooney.
I think about other
I've
concepts.
nearly finished my water.
You've nearly finished your water? How much water have you drunk today?
1.5 liters.
Good job. Stay hydrated out there. Hydration is important.
It's strawberry
See me
flavored.
slowly start sliding away. Slowly going like, yeah.
It's strawberry flavored
Okay.
water.
Oh, that doesn't count. Sorry. No, it does count. It does count. We had an episode about this before, but now I've got to ask you. Starting with Crow, what's your favorite way to drink water?
And it's from like, I guess like the squirt bottles where you can just
Yeah.
like that.
Wait.
All right, that's so fun.
Do you squirt like in a spray bottle or a squirt bottle?
Yeah, spray.
Like a spray bottle.
The spray bottle where you can just go. Like I like, it's fun drinking water from out there because it's just like
you point a spray bottle at yourself and you spray it into your mouth.
Yeah, well, I mean,
like
no, it's like it's
you know what?
The squirt bottle, I guess.
Do you mean like
where they send out the line, the projectile bullet of water?
Got it. Okay, one of those ones. Because I was thinking like a spray bottle, like a bottle of Windex.
Oh yeah, no. I'm talking about the type of stuff that goes like you could.
Yeah, you squeeze it, and it's a line, right?
One of these bottles.
One of the bottles that you like one of those bottles. One of those bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the bottles that you just go.
I have like 50 of them in my room.
Oh God, you should throw this away.
Okay.
I will say, I don't know where. Well, actually, I do know where you live because I lifted your IP address one time. But
what?
Evie, don't you remember? Do you remember that time that I lifted your IP address?
No.
I did, and I don't worry, I deleted it. I don't know where you live anymore. But yeah, no, I.
No, I think I was on some sort of fucking drugs then, apparently.
I hope I delete. Hold on, I'm gonna quickly check. Because I used to have a folder on my computer called IP addresses. Genuinely. And
Yeah,
actually, it might be my
really.
screenshot still.
Holy fuck.
I
Sorry,
don't think it is. Yeah?
Where's my screenshots? Sorry, something funny came up.
Or would it make us laugh? I'm asking you this question.
I think.
You think?
It's so out of the fucking blue and in the mash of all this, and then it's there.
Say it.
I
Oh, that thing?
sent the image. I sent the
Stance.
image.
The dude. Oh no, wait, Stance. What the?
Stance!
Dance!
Hold on.
Stance!
Dance!
Hold on. Could you like screenshot that image in particular and then send that, and I'll throw that up on the screen.
Stance!
Stance. Could you?
Stance! There's a stance!
Stance. I've got to send that to people.
So cool.
But yeah,
So
no.
cool.
I don't know where you live, but typically in the UK, like tap water is usually fine.
Nah, I'm bottled water.
I've never understood anyone who drinks bottled water
It
myself.
has to be fucking bottled water. The second it's in a fucking cup,
Yeah.
for some reason, for me, the taste is just gone. The taste of the water just changes the second it's
Yeah,
in the cup.
because when it's in the plastic bottle, you're drinking plastic.
Well, the same could be said when you're eating fish.
You're eating fish, yeah. Drinking water is eating fish, guys. Crow, do you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn,
The
I don't know
slow
if this
zone
code
out.
is HTML. Fuck.
Oh no, HTML codes.
Well, you see, when you live on an island like the
I think it is.
UK,
I think
fish is everything, including the water.
What is a bucket?
Fish.
You know a bucket has no hole.
Fish.
I'm being serious. How many hole? Okay, here's something. When does a cup become a plate?
When it's flat.
Yeah, because like if you take a cup and then you slowly like squish it down, eventually it becomes a bowl, and then it becomes a plate, right?
Well, eventually it would smash.
Eventually it would. Okay, well no, if it was a malleable cup, and then you
Moldable.
moldable, and you squished it, you spread it out. That means that cups have no holes? At least like glasses. There's no hole in the cup.
Well, there's a hole at the top of the cup.
Yeah, but would you say that there's a hole in a bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say that there's a hole in a plate?
No, and
No, it's too flat to have a hole.
yeah.
Well, they're all the same thing, technically.
Yeah, but a hole is like the plate. It's flat.
Yeah,
and
but
like no. Like the plate, you see, it's flat.
yeah,
But with a bowl, it has like actual walls, and with the cup,
Yeah.
it has actual walls, and thus you have like the shape of the hole. But with a plate, there are no walls.
yeah.
There's just a plate.
I think that this is actually what the general like opinion is among mathematicians. There are different kinds of holes.
Yeah.
There's blind holes, which is what you see in a bowl and a cup or a glass, and there's through holes, which is what you see in a straw.
Yeah, and then there's assholes.
The human body has 7 holes. There are 7 holes in a human body, which almost makes it a menorah.
Oh, whoa.
Sorry,
That's
I heard
fancy.
nothing you just said. I zoned out for 2 seconds.
I said there are 7 holes in the human body, which almost makes it a menorah.
Wait, so if you get shot, does that make you a menorah? Because you have a hole.
You'd have to get shot, and then it would have to go and open up a single hole in your intestines, and the bullet would have to stop there.
Wait, so we have 7 holes, and it almost makes us a something. So when when we get little shots with needle, does that technically make us sort of like that because we have a temporary
No,
little hole?
that adds a blind hole. Because your circulatory system is cut off apart from diffusion. So it doesn't add a full proper hole. It adds a hole. It adds a blind hole.
So then, what if you are stabbed but not impaled?
Well, then that would be an extra hole. As long as it goes into like one of your like organs and doesn't go out the other side of the organ, that would be adding an extra hole. Yeah. There you go.
Awesome, time to get my knife.
Well, I mean, technically that would also add a bunch of... No, it would just be adding blind holes. It would... No, it would still just be adding blind holes. If you get stabbed twice, then that's 3 extra holes. Does that make sense?
This math thing.
No, so you get stabbed once, right? So that adds a hole that goes from the outside of you into like your stomach, for example. Let's say, right? So you've got a hole from the outside into your stomach, and then you get stabbed again, which adds another hole from the outside to the stomach, right? And then there's a bunch of there's one extra hole that's added by all of your veins and arteries and capillaries that connect to each other that now have extra ways out. That have like you can like go in through one thing. Actually, probably add a bunch of holes. It probably had like so many holes if you got stabbed twice. That's such a weird thing to think about.
Oh, by the way, I now remember what I wanted to say earlier.
Yeah?
When we were
What was
talking about school things and that.
Say it.
Back in my religious school, when we prayed, I went like, okay, which god are we praying to this time? Because we learn about 50 different fucking gods.
Holy fuck.
So which one are we fucking praying to?
The 21st.
Yeah, lesbian NB Andrew Tate. Throw the image now.
I love Playhouse.
No, that's fair. That's fair. You ever? Okay, Evie, did you ever in like primary school have like singing assemblies?
Yes, if I remember correctly.
Where the entire school would like get together in the assembly hall and we'd all sing songs.
Oh no, we did not do that.
Did you? Okay. Let me Dance then, wherever you may be. I am the Lord of the dance, said he, and I'll lead you all wherever you may be, and I'll lead you all in the dance, said he.
Oh, actually, no. Okay, sorry. Now, that was in my old school before I went to the primary school I went to before obviously moving to secondary school.
Yeah.
We did one thing, and that one thing where all of the classes got together in the hall and sang, it was King of the Jungle.
Really? We had we had so many weird things. Did you ever sing the Harvest Samba?
No.
Cabbages and greens, broccoli and beans, cauliflower and roasted potatoes taste so good to me.
No, I just never really bothered on knowing what it was called. They never really paid attention if they even did say the name.
No, this is a very this is a very UK centric thing. So if you don't know what we're on about, Crow, don't worry, I get it.
Okay.
But basically we used to have like, at least in my school, we'd have like weekly assemblies. We'd have daily assemblies, but every week on Friday we would sing together. The entire school would sing like songs about Jesus.
Oh.
And it was the weirdest thing. And then like it was weird. But hey, it got everyone singing. And so now I just have the ingrained memory in my head of I am the Lord of the dance, said he, and I'll lead you all wherever you may be, and I'll lead you all in the dance, said he, which is just a song about Jesus, but instead of being like the Lord, he's the Lord of the dance.
We didn't sing that, but we did do plays instead.
Oh, we also did plays. We did a play called Eddie the Penguin Saves the World, which is a play about a penguin who travels to the UK and speaks to the Prime Minister and tells him to stop global warming. That's
He's
the
going,
entire play.
blimey, mate, do you mind stopping global warming for me?
I I played the whale.
Oh.
You
Yeah.
played a whale.
Yeah, I was there for a single scene in which I transferred, I walked. I no, we had this big like line of people, and I was at the front, and I did this movement with my hands like it was the waves, and I walked through the audience and around the audience, and it was the transition scene from the North Pole to the UK.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Phoenix,
Yeah.
when you mentioned whale, okay, I'm in a health class because
Yeah.
it's required.
Mm-hmm.
The video we were watching, it had a couple in there,
Mm-hmm.
and the couple, no shame to them, but one of the things the dad did with his pregnant wife was make whale noises into her stomach.
Oh, that reminds me a story that my parents told me.
Yeah.
Like, this was before I was even born, but this was also when my mother was pregnant with me.
Mm-hmm.
Because my parents still went to rock concerts,
Yeah.
even while my mother was pregnant with me.
Mm-hmm.
I was just bopping to the rock music in the womb. Hey!
Oh yeah, you
Hell
were
yeah.
already getting good taste before you even fucking conscious.
Mm-hmm.
Before I even gained consciousness, I was just rocking in a rock concert.
Hell yeah.
That
Hell
reminds me,
yeah.
I forget if it was me or my little sister,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe my older sister, but when my mother was, going through the process of a labor,
Yeah.
my dad started, he was like Gucci Gucci goo, Gucci Gucci goo to like my mother's stomach, and like I don't know like what sister, but the baby in there, all right, literally said, "Oh fuck no," kicked and hit my mother straight in the ribs,
Oh.
like boing, you know.
Damn. Ooh.
It's kind of also. Do you want to hear a funny baby story?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so as a wee little lad, as a wee little baby, I was a fucking like angel child,
Mm-hmm.
okay? In a sense.
Yeah.
Where I was very quiet. I took my naps when I took my naps. I had a bit of jaundice, and so I had to sunbathe as a baby.
Yeah.
Um, and so literally my father, he would lay me down, I'd roll over onto my stomach, tuck all my limbs in, and then go to sleep. I'd sleep like that.
You just
And so
become cat and go life mode.
yeah, that was exactly it. I'd sleep and they knew when I was waking up because the sun would go away. That's when I wake up. So yeah, I was already cat coded from the start. So anyway.
Jaundice? Jaundice nuts. Sorry.
Anyway. So as a wee little baby, I, decided one night, I'm gonna sleep through the entire night.
Oh. Yeah.
Both my parents woke up because they were used to me waking them up every now and then, sat up, and were confused as all hell. They both got up out of bed and walked over and checked if I was still alive. Literally hand to my back like, Oh yeah, still alive.
Yeah.
They go back to sleep, and for the next week, both my mom and my dad are waking up in the middle of the night to go check if I'm asleep. My mother, after that week or two, finally just said, "Okay, fuck it, I'm gonna sleep through the entire night." But my dad, for like a month further,
Yeah.
still did it. Still woke up and checked if I was alive.
Hey,
Because
I mean,
I
that makes
just decided
sense.
one day to say, "Fuck it, I'm sleeping through the night. Screw you guys."
Yeah. Hey, I mean, you're doing better than I do half the time. Sleep issues.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, I was a very easy baby from what I
Yeah.
heard from my stories.
Fair. Hey,
And then I finally learned to crawl, and next thing you know, I come to consciousness and find the walls scattered with my drawings.
Yeah.
I was drawing before I could even remember. That's how you know I was born to be an
Hell
artist.
yeah. Hell yeah. We love it. No, I my childhood wasn't great. That's the end of that. Anyways.
Yep.
Well, actually, speaking of childhood and speaking of
Yeah.
and also back to schools real quickly, I have a bunch of like primary school stories.
Yeah.
90% of them though are very inappropriate, surprisingly.
Yeah, no, 90% of my primary school stories are like inappropriate or they're just like bad.
Right? I have a primary school story. Like I don't remember much of like my school experience, but that's because we blame 7th grade for my amnesia for all the years before.
Yeah, no,
The trauma was so great that year, I completely just forgot everything before that.
I remember a few things, but it's taken a very long time for me to remember much about my childhood.
Yeah, for
Because
me,
of
it's kind
the
of hard
trauma.
to forget primary school when the head teacher there is a fucking dick.
The head teacher at my primary school was the mother of one of the kids who went there. So I always remember
Oh.
that. And then when she left, she got replaced by a woman called Mrs.
Oh!
Are you fucking serious?
I'm
That's all I can
serious.
say.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
What a time! What a fucking oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me think
I'm gonna censor that out in post. Because if you search up that person's name, you find my primary school. So I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Put that in notes just so I don't
Yeah,
forget
but
that.
okay, that reminds me, of one of my friends. They were talking about a teacher they had, and her name was Miss Moore. And the original joke I said wasn't that great. But I remember going home and thinking of a much better joke because this teacher, how they described her, sack of shit.
Yeah.
So I remember sitting there in my room and she's like, I have a better thing. So I told my boyfriend the joke once I managed to remember it one day. I was just like, when you guys were talking, he was like, yeah, I have a better joke. Oh, what was the joke? You know why she's called Miss Moore? Why? Because she's hiding the O-N at the end of her name.
We had a teacher in primary school, and this shows how absolutely brutal British children are. We had a teacher in primary school.
Wait a second. A Portal
Yeah.
reference. She was Wheatley.
I don't get it. I haven't played Portal yet. No spoilers.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. We had a teacher, and this is how brutal British children can be. Because there was those things that you say in the playground, like those rhymes, right?
Mm-hmm.
The children had made up one for this teacher. And they would say, she's big, she's round, she bounces around the ground, it's Miss She rolls across the ground, it's Miss it's... Yeah.
That's the thing. Americans have weapons. We have emotional damage
We
to
have
use
words,
against them.
yeah.
Ah, yes. British people insults you with words. Americans goes to the nearest gun shop.
Pretty much. I mean,
Oh my goodness. Oh
have
my
you
goodness.
have you seen like British sports chants?
I don't think so.
To anyone who's watching this, I'm not gonna say any of them. Actually, well, no, actually, one of them that's good that I can say. Let's they would I'm gonna say player instead of any last name because I don't know any sports players' last name, right? But in in this they say last name where I'm gonna say player. It's your sister is your mother, your father is your brother. They all fucked one another. The player family.
Oh. Oh.
You watch sports on the TV, and that will just show up. That'll just show up. That you'll be able to hear them shouting that stuff.
Oh goodness
Mm-hmm.
gracious.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, that's probably the reason why it's so hard to get guns in Britain and the UK in general.
Yeah,
Because they're just fucking brutal.
we would
Oh my
we
God.
would all be dead.
You can insult a British person and they'll throw like shit like ×2 back at you.
Oh yeah,
We'll just
but
go
also
like, yeah, I think I want to times and 2 and return it.
but yeah,
I think I
no.
want you to double it and give it to the next person, which is you.
I remembered a line I
Yeah?
came up with.
Ooh.
So, dude, it's just like, yeah, my circus, my monkeys, but I know better than to get in between them when they're throwing shit at one another.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. But also, you can't say anything nice to British people either. They won't like it. You can't comment on how nice the weather is. You gotta say that the weather's terrible, and they'll respond like, "Yeah, it's a fucking shithole." Yeah, that's how used to being in bed situations the Brits are.
They're so used to it that just everything is a bad situation now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
You say it's a fucking good day, you'll get fucking jumped.
I think if the Brits got guns, I feel like I feel like we just have a lot more like hidden extremists. Like in America, your extremists allowed. Here, the extremists are very quiet. And if we ever got
They
access
lurk
to
around
guns,
and scurry in the corners and shadows like bats.
like
And
I've
sniff and rub their hands together.
I've been to like punk venues before, and there are people there who I genuinely believe if they had guns would assassinate the prime minister.
Holy fuck.
Like genuinely, there are people who would do that kind of thing if they had access to weapons like that. But
Oh.
I mean, it's not to say that it's impossible to get a gun, but you have to go through an entire trial thing
it's
to
pretty
get
much
one.
impossible. Pretty much impossible.
Yeah, and
But,
then in America, you just
oh
walk up
yeah,
and say,
no,
hey, can I
like
You
have
just
it?
walk up and go like,
And then
hey,
you
can I have a gun? Sure, here. That'll
hey
be,
there, welcome to
$2.99.
Walmart. You get a free gun with every purchase.
You get a free AK-47 with every pack of food you buy.
Okay. I was recently in Vegas and I walked to Walmart. Bad idea. It was like 100 and something out. I still walked there. I bought myself a Powerade, a Monster Energy, and a packet of tiny Skittles.
Oh.
And I swear to God, everyone's like, oh, everything's bigger in America. Everything's bigger in Texas, more specifically. But like,
The only thing that's bigger in America is the fucking price tag.
yeah, no, the Monster was smaller than here. The Monster energy drinks in America are smaller.
Jesus, mother.
Yeah.
Bolly and snuffle popper sniffer tappers.
Like it was noticeable enough that when I held it, I was like, this doesn't have the feeling that a Monster Energy usually does. This is too small. This is like thin.
So like, it's either they compacted it so much that it feels less.
No, because it's also less liquid as well. I took a look because you guys
like
have a different
Americans, they keep trying to go smaller. Literally, soda cans. There's literally minis, and they cost fucking more.
Yeah, no,
or like they cost like 10 cents cheaper.
I remember one time, really young, in Florida, in like a hotel somewhere, and we went to the vending machine, and we got this like tiny Coke that was like it had like polar bears on it, and it would just taste like a normal Coke, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
The
But
one thing, there are a few things that I'd say are good that is in America.
yeah,
Like, they have different flavored soda drinks. Like, as far as I'm aware, we only have different flavored fucking Cokes here.
yeah, no, but okay. So we have different flavored Cokes, we have different flavored Pepsi, we have different flavored Fanta, we have different flavored everything. It's just that they have like different flavored Dr Pepper, in particular.
Yeah, and
We
that
have
hurts me so much
different
because Dr.
flavored
Pepper is my
brand.
favorite.
Yeah, but they're also like the flavors over there taste different. They taste worse.
I can't wait to finally once I like manage to visit a thing out of like America, I will. I can't wait for the day that I finally just get fucking out of America for like
Yeah.
a hot minute.
No, that's completely fair. I went there for a month and it was a bit too long.
Yeah,
It was a
and
week
I've
too
been
long.
here for like how many years?
God knows.
Too long.
Too long. Too many goddamn years.
And like I think to myself, and it's just like, well, I want to get out of America, but at the same time, when you sit in America and you want to go someplace else, it feels like everything that around you is trying to tell you don't leave America and
Oh
shit
yeah.
out there.
Yeah, no,
And I'm like sitting here like,
I remember
I want to
I
go
got
see
like
North.
fully
I want to go see
interrogated.
South Korea. South Korea. South Korea.
Oh, yeah.
Being specific, because people will be like, "Oh, you want to go to North Korea?" No,
I
I
mean,
want to go to South Korea. You dumb.
you can go to North Korea.
You just won't be able to leave.
No. You can go if you can pay money for government sponsored tourism trips.
Oh goodness,
Um
I don't want to ever touch North Korea.
One of the
I
things that you have to do on those trips is at least on like some of them is you have to go and go into a full like underground tunnel that is a museum of the eel family, and
no.
it's 100% serious, and it feels like comical, but it's like
If
100%, and like there are armed guards who are there with you who like probably do this every day, and they're like on the verge of tears.
I if I had to walk down that hallway, I swear to just from the description, I swear to God, I wouldn't see it as funny. I'd see it as I'm walking to my fucking
Oh,
death.
it's not walking. It's one of those platforms. It's one of like the moving floors.
Oh, I'd feel like I'm being fucking conveyored over to my
Yeah,
goddamn
conveyor.
death. I
Yeah.
would not. I
So
want to go visit South Korea because I have my grandmother is Korean, and we have family over there that I've never met, and
yeah,
I sort of wanted. That's my excuse. But
that
my
would be
other
good.
excuse is just I want to get out of America.
No,
I
that's
don't want to
fair.
be here anymore.
That's
This
fair.
place is shit.
Well, I mean, like, when Americans say it's a shithole outside of America, I mean, unless if you're very easily offended by just simply words.
Yeah, no. Here in the UK, we're very flippant with our words. It's like a lot of. Then again, I will say sometimes it's like a bit like just like what the hell are you saying? But a lot of times I've heard a lot of stories of Americans getting like incredibly offended at what some British people say to them, and it's like, no, that's normal here.
Yeah, that's normal. You get used to it relatively quickly.
Well,
It's just a matter of oh yeah, existing.
yeah.
I'm sort of glad I'm such a laid back person.
Oh yeah, I'm happy to be laid back. If there's one thing that I think the viewers should take from this episode outside of our inane ramblings, America bad.
Yeah. America, stinky dum dum.